I feel like as a man,
she started out with as a man, so I'm just letting y'all know now there is a 0% chance that this is gonna go well. But before we get into the video, do me a favor, like the video and leave a comment. I do my best to respond to as many as I can, and I really enjoy listening to what you guys have to say. Subscribe to my channel and hit that hype button if you really want to help your boy out. It is really appreciated.
I feel like as a man, whenever you go out, you should have a baddie budget.
Told you. I told you.
This should be shamed. Me and my friends, we're at a table, we're having a good time, but you know, we need water at a certain point and we don't have water, so I take it upon myself to go to the bar and order 4 or 5 waters. There's a man trying to talk to me and I was like, okay, amazing, I'm trying to order this water right now. He says, oh, I'll take care of it, I'll take care of it. I said, okay, it's me and it's my friends. I said, it's 4 waters. He's like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it.
Come on, bro, it's just water. What is it gonna be, like $2, $2.50 a piece? For 4 of them, you're gonna pay $10? Let's go ahead and pay the $10, man. Stop being cheap.
I said, do not talk to me again tonight because you don't have $47.
What? Better give me some sucky with that.
What the hell? They must be selling some of that late night BET Peter Popoff miracle scam water.
Real people with real needs are receiving real life-changing miracles when they use the miracle spring water.
Yes, it's expensive water, I understand. However, that's not the point. You don't have 47 spare dollars for a baddie? Go back inside immediately and don't come back out until you get some more money. I'm not playing. Don't come outside as a man without a baddie budget, without spare money to buy a baddie a drink, to buy a baddie some water, to buy a baddie and her friend some water. That don't make no sense. Where they do that at?
I got a serious question because I haven't been out in a long time. Does it really cost $12 for a bottle of water? I like to dance and I don't drink, so when I used to go out, I used to hit the dance floor. Now I was young, but like 50 said,
yeah, I'm young, but from the old school, on the dance floor and doing old moves.
I used to be out there like Leo, but of course I would get thirsty, so I would just go to the bar. You pay $2-3 for a bottle of water and that was it. If water went up like that, I can't imagine what they charge it for liquor, but that's not even the point of the video. I really think we need to come up with something, some kind of an at-home test you can just take whenever you want, like a pregnancy test, but just like a baddie test. You plug it in, look in the mirror, and the thing will tell you if you're a baddie or not. Because I'm sick of this. Everybody can't be a baddie. There's no way you're all baddies. This isn't Oprah. You're a baddie. You're a baddie. You're a baddie. It doesn't work that way. Everybody ain't baddies. Stop this. It's out of control right now. And can y'all please stop with these shame games? Just because that man didn't want to pay for your friend's water doesn't mean he didn't have $47. Because that is exactly why I wouldn't do it. Because number one, I shouldn't have to pay anything just to speak to you. And I damn sure shouldn't have to pay for your friend's stuff to speak to you, even if it is only $47. You women are out here asking for charity at this point. It isn't always about the man not having the money. Sometimes we just don't want to give it to you. You ever think about that? Did that ever cross your mind that he just didn't want to give it to you? Am I mad at this chick for expecting the man to pay for something just because he said hi? No, because that's how a lot of women are nowadays. They think just because you're in their presence, you owe them something. And that's fine. Any man who gives it to her, that's on him. Men like myself, we will never do it. And just to be clear, it has nothing to do with the price of the water. Those waters could have been $1 a piece and I still wouldn't have paid for them. Because me paying for them has nothing to do with the price.
It's the principle of the whole thing. It's principalities in this.
What do I look like paying for something for you and your friends just because I said hi to you? That's crazy. I'm never gonna do it. But to all the men who like doing that, knock yourself out. You are the guys who keep these women in Delulu land. But men like myself, we out there like,
I don't know what you heard about me. What if you can't get $1 out of me?
I'm gonna go ahead and sit this video right here, but women, you might want to listen up because this explains a lot.
Sometimes I feel like growing up with a single mom and then you get out into the world and you're not supposed to be a boyfriend, but you know, like you're trying to get into a relationship and you see all these expectations. It kind of with your head because like I go from living in a household where my opinion wasn't because you're growing up with a woman that tells you like a man's like I sit so internalized, a man's not gonna tell me what to do. I'll never rely on a man. All that type of stuff to the point where she will never listen to you. Your opinion is not nothing. It must always be fact checked. And then you get a girlfriend and you get told, oh, you're supposed to be the leader. I don't really know how to do that. And I know like everyone's situation is different. And like, obviously, you know, I'll work on my own life. But that's why sometimes I feel like it goes so much deeper than just like be confident. Because like there's only so much confidence you can have to rewire like 18 years of growing up, you know? And like 18 years of learning how the world operates or how you think the world operates. And like I feel like my first relationship was like such a crazy learning experience because like there were like, I don't know, it kind of felt like, best way I could explain it is if I like teleported one day and all of a sudden I'm in the body of Andy Reid and I gotta just figure that out. Head coach of a 2-time winning Super Bowl team, and I'm supposed to just know what to do. And like, yeah, you know, I kind of know football because I watch it. But nigga, I don't know what I'm really talking about.
I like that Andy Reid analogy. Now, personally, if I woke up in Andy Reid's body, I'm gonna win me a couple. Now, I'm not talking about Super Bowl. That ain't gonna happen. But I would definitely win a couple of those red flag challenges. I promise you that. I'm gonna get a couple of those. Now, I know what this young man just said went over a lot of people's heads. But a lot of you women don't understand why a lot of these men aren't leading the way you want them to lead. And a lot of it has to do with how they were raised. This man said in his household, there was a lot of negativity about men and the man's value. He had no say so. There wasn't a man in the household to show him an example of a leader. So when he got out into the real world, he had no idea what he was doing. People were telling him he needs to be a leader, but he didn't know how. And I can appreciate him for being honest about it. And I love watching these videos, hearing these young men speak about what they're dealing with. But I promise you, he is not alone. This is happening to a lot of these young men out there who are raised without their fathers in the household. Now, before I get into what the women need to do, I want to stress, men, we have to be there for our kids. Girl, boys, it doesn't matter. They need us. Now, I understand some of these women make it difficult, but a lot of young men are going through this. So us men, we gotta make sure we're doing our part. Now, as far as the women, this is why I get so upset when I hear these women online talking about, I don't need a man, I can raise a kid by myself. Or you see the women like Ebony K, who just went out there and had a baby in a clinic, and she's acting like the kid doesn't need a father. Well, they do need their fathers. And unfortunately, not only will her kid not have a father, he will never know who his father is. But it drives me crazy when I hear women talking like that, because fathers are needed. This young boy is basically saying he has to rewire his whole thinking because of how he was raised over the last 18 years. And on top of the fact that a lot of these young kids don't have their father there to show them, they have their mothers in a lot of these situations giving them the wrong information. And let me be clear, I'm not knocking single mothers. I know a lot of you are out there doing the best you can. I was raised in a household with my mother and she did the best she could. So I'm not knocking you mothers, the ones who are trying. I'm not talking about the raggedy ones, but the ones out there who are trying to do right by their kids, but they just don't know. But this right here is why you hear a lot of us men saying that you women are raising the men that you hate. Y'all love coming online talking about how men don't lead, they don't do this, they don't do that, and a lot of these men are being created by y'all. But anyway, I appreciate what this young man had to say. I do think he can benefit from finding himself a mentor. I think that would help him out a lot. And also, I want to throw out a small piece of advice. I want you to do your best to not say like so much, because you said it so many times in that video, and I get it, you're just talking. And trust me, my speech isn't perfect either. I mess up all the time. But I did notice it, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention. But overall, I love this video, I love this message, and I'm wishing you the best.
I was in the grocery store and what I heard just blew my mind. I could not wait but share here. Just have a look at what I saw.
I think I got an extra dad and daddy doesn't know. He only comes when dad's at work and sneaks in real low. He tiptoes through the kitchen like a ninja on the run. He whispers, shh, don't tell your dad, but keeping secrets isn't fun. Mommy says they're fixing things, some project up the stairs, but every time they go up there, the whole house shakes and swears. The lamps go ding, the walls go boom, it sounds like quite a show. They must be fixing everything, 'cause they never fix it slow. One time they fixed the closet door, it rattled half the night. I thought a monster lived in there or something wasn't right. They fixed the sofa Tuesday, they fixed the roof last week. Every time they start a job, the house begins to squeak. And when my real dad comes back home from working every day, my extra dad jumps out the window and tiptoes far away. I don't know why he runs so fast, but mommy says it's fine. If they fix the roof again tomorrow, I'm wearing a helmet this time.
Well, I hope your mother is making your extra dad wear his helmet, or you're gonna have some extra brothers and sisters running around there. Now, the lady goes on to say that she saw a kid playing this in the grocery store while her mother was shopping, and apparently this is on YouTube. And you know the worst part about this whole video? It's a good song. It's catchy. I can understand why kids will like it, but why are we making songs like this for kids? I don't get it. Who's in charge of this? Y'all gotta really pay attention to what y'all kids are watching. This is on YouTube, so y'all just gotta pay attention. Y'all can't just give them their tablets and walk off. Even though those kids are so young, they won't understand what's going on. You still don't want them listening to this. Talk about the house is shaking every time they go into a room and the closet was shaking. I can't believe this is out there, just floating around the internet. And we already know they're making cartoons about the LGBT stuff too, so you gotta just be careful about what your kids are watching. You keep an eye on them. And I guess for me, I'm just trying to understand what cheating, lying, sneaky adult thought this is something kids need to understand. Raise your hand. I want to know who you are. They're basically saying saying this is what we're gonna do. Now we don't have to explain it to them. They can just put this song on and I guess everything is cool. I don't know. This is crazy to me. Y'all just gotta be careful what your kids are listening to, what they got going on, because this world is getting out of control.